I'm gonna do a lot of editing for this because I'm gonna move these books into a much more manageable piles. But I have a very big stack with me. So I'm filming this in November. These are the books that I want to prioritize for next year. Now, these all fall roughly into one of a couple categories. As of right now, I have only read 19 queer books. That is down one from last year. Again, as of right now. I don't foresee that changing with the books I've prioritized for the rest of the year, but it is like I said, down one. And as a bisexual, I think that's unacceptable. 2, I read significantly less authors of color this year than I did last year. And I need to rectify that. So we are going to try to read more diversely with the authors that we read. I want to read more general fiction and literary fiction this year. And I have a small section of books that I want to do that with, but these are the ones that I own. So we're just pulling from, I have a whole spreadsheet that is books that I don't own versus ones I do own. And so this is why this is the priority. We also have here a set of graphic novels that I've had for forever. I was just missing volume 1. And now that I have volume 1, I need to read it. We also have here one nonfiction because I read significantly less nonfiction than I did last year. Maybe at the end of the year, we'll go over my Storygraph stats for funsies, and you'll see that by a significant amount, actually. But so anyway, so that's there's also one nonfiction here. But let's just start with these 3 books. These are, oh my gosh, what actual series is this? Of course, it doesn't say on the actual books. So these are by Kate Sebastian. It is a trilogy of historical MLM romances, and I do not like these as much as I like The Queering of Kate Webb, but these are fun. I have a bunch of them. I've already read 3 of them, and these are the other 3 that I own that I have not read yet. So they are on the priority list. Legends and Lattes. I started this, and I think I got maybe 2 pages in. I've had this for a while. I know a lot of people like this book. I'm worried that I'm not going to be one of them, but we'll see. The Absinthe Underground. This is a young adult sapphic novel, as my understanding. I feel really bad. This actually came out this year, and I was actually gifted this. I got this in a giveaway from the author. I feel so bad that I haven't read it yet, but yes, definitely a priority for next year. Also in sapphic that I've had for way too long, we have The Romance Recipe. I'm pretty sure I bought this shortly when it came out, if I'm gonna be honest. And we have not read it, and we need to fix that. Oh, I couldn't find this. I thought I had not, somehow I didn't realize this had made it in the stack, and I couldn't find it. I was like, it was bugging me. Iron Widow. I did start this, and you can see the bookmark. And it reads, sentence structure wise, it reads a little middle grade, which is why I'm having a hard time with it. And I'm hoping that I'll just be able to magically push my way through it. We'll see. The World We Make by N.K. Jemisin. This is the second book in the Great Cities duology. And I loved the first book. I really love N.K. Jemisin's work. I'm also slowly making my way through the Broken Earth trilogy. And this is contemporary magical realism, and I'm loving it. Sorry, I had to make another stack, but there's a whole mess of things. So, then in YA that I might not like, but I have it, so we should give it a try. And that is We Were Magic by Sarah Galley. It's, from my understanding, they're all witches and in high school. I don't know, we'll see. Then according to Storygraph, this was tagged as queer, so I'm believing Storygraph. But also, this is my first edition copy that I've never read. And I think the book just celebrated its 5th anniversary. And that is The Starless Sea by, oh my gosh, Ian Morgenstern, the author of one of my favorite books, The Night Circus. I started this, and then I took a break by accident, and I have no idea what happened. Because, as many people tell you, this book is just a vibe. there's very little actual plot. So at some point I do need to actually like restart this, but next year. Then sort of hitting the fiction, literary fiction, we have Dirt Music by Tim Wilton, because I love this movie. I don't know, so you know that my love of the movie is going to translate to my love of the book, but we'll see. We'll see. Then we also have Hamlet by Maggie O'Farrell. And if I don't like this book, we will blame the fact that I bought this book while having a mini anxiety attack while being sleep deprived in the bookstore. And I heard really good things about this book, so I was like, oh, I'll just get that with my free book. Instead of thinking maybe I should just go home and get a free book on another day. No, that's not what I did. So yeah, hopefully I like it. I like Shakespeare. You know. So here's hoping. Then I have books 2 and 3 in the Locked Tomb series, and I have yet to pick these up. I literally forgot that this came out for a while. Didn't pick up a hard copy, and then had to buy a used hard copy. So they matched. But yeah, no. So Heart of the Night and then Note of the Night I need to get to. Especially because I think they're reading a 4th book, but I think they're getting either 2025 or 2026, and I don't know which. Do I think I'll get to book 4 anytime within reason? No. But, you know, I like to say that I at least I'm caught up. Maybe. The one nonfiction book on this list, Jesus and John Wayne. I bought this when it came out in paperback. At the recommendation of people that I admire and respect. And I didn't realize that there was going to be references to people that I unfortunately had the mispleasure of kind of knowing. And, so I put this book down, and I've not picked it back up. And I just needed to get over it and just do it. So, there's that. August, Kanto, and the Maximum Space. I picked this up on a whim, kind of. This is already on my TBR, because a model who reads really likes this book, and I like her taste. Like, so far, every book that I've read that she's recommended, I've enjoyed. So I figured I'd read this. Also, because I just like Max. So here we are. This is also a duology, and book 2, I think, is now out. So by the time I read this, hopefully book 2 will be paperback. Also, I love that Orbit puts the series and then the book number on their spines. Immaculate. Love to see it. Then these next 2 are actually from my, yes, these next 2 are from my October picks that I did not get to. And that is Immortal Dark and a Dragon Tide. Would you see I did start a little bit? I'm gonna have to reread this whole section that I read because I could not tell you anything that happened in the tiny amount that I did read. Which is why I stopped reading it and I instead got the audiobook for Annihilation. The Sky is Everywhere by Jenny Nelson. I loved I'll Give You the Sun, and so I've had this for forever and I just need to actually read it. Then the graphic novels. So I have had these 3 for forever, and it is my understanding that you do not need to read these in any order. And yet, my brain is like, but this one's number 1. So clearly, I needed to read this one first. And I finally pulled the trigger, and I bought it. So now, I'm gonna finally read all 4 of them. I might read more of his, so these are by Ed Brubaker, who also did the Criminal series, and I'm probably going to read more Criminal next year as well, but I'm not holding myself to that. So it's entirely possible that I'm going to read a bunch more of Ed Brubaker in the same way like I read just a bunch of Troops That Are Sea this year. But we'll see. We'll see. I also need to figure out, like, that run of Daredevil leads into some other stuff that I want to read, and I need to figure out how to acquire those and what they are. So I have some research on my hands that I have not done yet. But yes. So those are the books that I currently own that I am prioritizing for my 2025 TBR. I'm also know for a fact, because I told my roommate, I was like, this is what you need to buy for my birthday and Christmas. So you'll see them in like a media roundup at some point. But I'm also getting House of Frank and Strange Beasts. I will put them both here. And they're both queer. So they will also end up on the stack for my goals. Ideally, I'd like to do like, I picked 12, 12, 5 for, okay, so for my goals for like, not like I'm really going to try like stick to like these only, but to try to make it like easier for myself. 12 queer books, 12 authors of color. The rule was that I could only pick 2 by the same author because I wanted to also diversify the authors that I read within that genre of POC authors. Then, oh gosh, 5 literary fiction or general fiction books. And then I picked like 13 nonfiction titles from my TBR, just because I wanted, there was just some fun ones that I really want to get to, and then there's some more like heavy hitters that I think will be good, but I wanted like something a little bit light and fluffy, and I did actually just pick up 2 of those, so you will see them. Well, actually, no, by now you've probably already seen them, because I probably, well, that's not true, because I probably filmed, you'll probably see them in my December, because I'm filming this today, and then I'm also filming my October, November media haul. So it'll probably end up being in December, because I just ordered those today. So, which means you'll also see in December the DVD that I spent $30 on. We're not going to talk about it. And actually, I'm probably posting this video probably around the same time, so you'll probably see that actually pretty soon. So, well, actually probably not, because I'm probably going to combine actually January and December, because my birthday is January. So the media will probably be like 2 months in the same way that this one, the one that came out at the end of November, will be 2 months. So, but yeah, that's my like ambitious TBR goals. Let me know what you plan on prioritizing reading in 2024. Maybe I'll steal some books off of your TBR and not mine. Probably. Thank you so much for watching.